The target audience and the subject from which I have taken this topic has been mentioned in the above portion of this slide. So let's start with today's discussion, that is the sympatric speciation. So the sympatric speciation is mainly composed of two words, that is the sim and second is the patric. Sim means together and patric means native land. So that means the species which are separating out from the original population, they are still living in their native land and they are living together. That means they are living with their previous population or the original population. That is like, this is the meaning of sympatric. Okay, so let's first see what has been mentioned here. So in this type of species formation, a small segment of original population become isolated reproductively. Sympatric speciation is the formation of a species within a single population without geographical isolation. So this thing you have to keep in mind, that the main factor which is acting behind the sympatric speciation is the reproductive isolation. Although reproductive isolation is working in all different kind of speciation, in the previous type of speciation, that is the allopatric, peripatric and parapatric, we have seen that the first step is the reproductive isolation. But in case of a sympatric, the factor is the reproductive isolation. Okay, like in those cases, like in allopatric, peripatric and parapatric, we have seen that as a result of speciation, we are seeing that there is a reproductive isolation. But during the sympatric speciation, the main factor or the main reason behind the sympatric speciation is the reproductive isolation. So you can say that in the previous different kind of speciation, the reproductive isolation was the consequences, but in case of a sympatric speciation, the factor or the reason behind the sympatric speciation is the reproductive isolation, because they are living in a same area. Okay, that means they are not isolated with the help of a geographical barrier. That means they are living in a same area. So the factors which are separating them out from one another is the reproductive isolation. That means they are not capable to interbreed with each other due to some character or due to some other factor. So that is what mentioned in the third line, that the reproductive isolation bring about the sympatric speciation. In every cases we have seen that, like in the different kind of speciation, we have seen that the first consequences or first result of speciation is the reproductive isolation. But in case of a sympatric isolation or sympatric speciation, the reproductive isolation itself acting as a factor behind this kind of speciation. Okay, so this you have to remember. Like in case of allopatric and peripatric, the main reason behind that kind of speciation was the geographical barrier or the physical barrier. In case of parapatric, we have seen that any kind of a environmental adverse condition, it may be due to mining, it may be due to pollution, as well as due to the contamination. Okay, in the same way only, in case of a sympatric speciation, the reproductive isolation itself is acting as a main factor or main reason behind the sympatric speciation. So there are some more important points that is related to the sympatric speciation, and that has been mentioned in the black portion. So in the first line it has been mentioned that the sympatric speciation is controversial because some scientists don't believe that it exists. Okay, because see, the different species are still living in a same geographic range, and then like despite of living together, they are not capable to interbreed. Okay, and that is why they are regarded as a different species. So somehow it is very hard to believe that although they are living in a same area, but then also they are not interbreeding. Okay, that means they are not the same species. So that is why it is controversial. Okay, second line, the sympatric speciation occur when there are no physical barrier preventing any member of species from mating with another, and all members are in close proximity to one another. So this is a condition that how the sympatric speciation is going to occur and how the sympatric species is going to behave. Although the two different species are still living in a same area in close proximity with one another, and there are no physical barrier or geographical barrier which can separate them. Okay, but despite of being this much of close, they are not showing any kind of interest in interbreeding. That means there are some factor or there are some character which are separating them out from one another. So in the third line you are going to get the answer that how it is occurring. Okay, so a new species, perhaps based on the different food source or characteristic, seems to develop spontaneously. The theory is that some individual become dependent on certain aspects of an environment such as shelter or food source while other do not. So that means the new species are forming because they are gaining different kind of habitat, as well as it may include the different food habit as well as the different character. Okay, so let's imagine that all the species are living in a same geographic range. All of a sudden the four of them, like four member of that species, started developing a different kind of character. It may be due to mutation or it may be due to any kind of a changes in their overall gene we can take. Okay, so let's consider that four of them has got the different kind of character, and that character is not matching with the other member of that population. Okay, so automatically they are going to separate them out because they will feel like we are different from others. Okay, so like the four of them which are having a similar character, they will start accumulating together and they will start making a group, and in this way they will be regarded as a different species because now they are having a different character as compared to the original population. But this you have to remember that they are only making a group of new species or the different species, but they are not separating themselves out from the original population. They are still living in a close proximity with the previous or the original population. Okay, and that is what mentioned very earlier, that both the species, that is the previous population and the new population, they used to live together in the same geographic range because there is no physical or geographical separation or barrier. So we can say that the newly found species is still living with their ancestral species in same geographic range. So we can clearly understand the concept of sympatric speciation with the help of this diagram. So in dark green color you can see the original population, and after some time there is a starting of isolation. That means when the new species start to form due to the emergence of different kind of character, and after some time, that is after the speciation, we can see that the dark blue color is existing in a dark green color. That means the newly found species is still living with the previous population or the original population. The dark green color is showing the original population and the dark blue color is showing the newly found species, but both are living together in close proximity in a single geographic range or the geographical area. Now let's try to understand the sympatric speciation in more broader way. So it has been mentioned here that you might be wondering that how one species can become two separate species even though they are still living in a same area. Okay, and that was the question which was making this concept controversial for different scientists. Okay, so that has been mentioned here that this can be happen in variety of ways, like due to the mutation, changes in the allele frequency, behavior changes, reproductive isolation, preference changes, and the seasonal reproduction. So these all are the probable factor or the probable reason behind the sympatric speciation. Okay, that it might be due to the mutation. Any kind of a mutation will lead to the changes in the character because the gene and the allele, they used to code for any kind of a character and behavior, and if there is a change in allele or gene, that is obviously in the form of a mutation, it is going to result in the change in the character. And if character is changing, then obviously there will be a formation of a different species that is going to show the different character as compared to the original population. So for understanding this sympatric speciation, that means how it is actually occurring, let's take a hypothetical example here which is displaying in front of you. So suppose there are some flies which are interested in feeding on red color apple. Okay, so they used to feed on red color apple. So after some time there is an introduction of a green color apple in that garden in which there is already existence of red color apple. So all of a sudden what happened? Some of the flies has decided to shift to the green color apple and they are going to feed on them. Okay, and that you can see from this figure. So as because the group of flies which are feeding on red apple, they are different, and the group of flies which are feeding on the green apple, they are also different. So after some time what is going to happen? The flies which are feeding on green apple, obviously they have changed their food habit because they are feeding on green apple and previously they were feeding on red apple. So now they have a different food habit as compared to the original population of flies, and as a result what is going to happen? After some time they are going to develop in new species because they have changed their preference as well as they have changed their food habit, and depending upon their food habit, that is going to lead to the different kind of changes in the upcoming time, and this will result in the formation of a new species. Although this is a very important point that they are still living in a same area because the red color apple and the green color apple tree both are in same geographic range. So the main factor which you have to understand is that initially there was only a one population of flies which who were interested in feeding on red color apple. Okay, eventually after the introduction of green color apple, some of the flies from the previous population, they have developed interest in feeding on green color apple. So as because the flies which are feeding on red color apple and the flies which are feeding on green color apple, they have changed their food habit because their preference got changed. Now they are not that much of capable to interbreed with one another. Okay, and this inability to interbreed with one another will lead to the speciation of the flies which are feeding on green color apple. Although the flies or the new kind of species which we are getting, they initially they were the part of the original population who was interested in feeding on red apple. But after the introduction of green color apple, some of the flies has shifted to the green color apple, and now they are now they have changed into a new kind of species because their food habit got changed, and due to that they have gained different kind of character also, as well as they are not capable to interbreed with those kind of flies which are still interested in feeding on red color apple. So that is what mentioned in the second para, that consider a group of flies that are all the same species. There are two sources of food for them to choose from, that is red apple and green apple. At first all the flies, they are interested in feeding on red apple, but at some point some of the flies begins to prefer green color apple. So in the next para it has been mentioned that the new population of fly will have genetic variation in its gene pool. As they continue to mate with other member of the new group, these variation will become more prevalent in the population. Over a long enough period of time, an entirely new species might develop. So what actually happening? The flies which are feeding on green color apple, they are much more interested in interbreeding with one another if we compare those group of flies with the flies which are feeding on red color apple. Okay, so the flies which are feeding on red color apple, they will be interested in interbreeding, and the flies which are feeding on green color apple, they will going to interbreed with each other. But the flies which are feeding on red color apple and the fly which are feeding on green color apple, they are not going to interbreed with one another because both are having a different food habit, and that will make them separate. That will not allow them to interbreed because both are having a different food habit. Okay, and you always know that whether it is a case of a human beings or animal, the difference is always going to make a separation between the two individual or two species, or I can say that the individual of same species. Okay, so likeness is always going to make a close relationship between the member of the species, and the difference is going to make them separate. So let's see the real example of sympatric speciation. So in America, there was a presence of an American maggot fly, which you can see from this figure. So initially the American maggot flies, they used to feed, or we can say that they used to lay their egg on hawthorns fruit, and you can see that how the hawthorns fruits used to look like, and I have pasted a picture over here. So the American maggot flies, from the very initial time, they used to lay their egg on hawthorns fruit, and they used to stay, or you can say they used to live on that fruit. Okay, so after some time, in the same garden where the hawthorn fruits are present, there was an introduction of an apple tree in that same garden. Okay, and after the introduction of an apple tree, some of the maggots fly, that is the American maggot flies, they have shifted to the apple. Okay, and now they are laying their egg on the apple, as well as they are living on that tree only, that is the apple tree. They are not shifting back to the hawthorns tree. So in this way, despite of living in a same area, that means the hawthorns fruit tree and the apple tree both are present in same area. Okay, that means the same geographic range, but the species which are living on both the fruit, they are totally different, because the species which has started living or laying their egg on apple tree, with time they have developed into a new species because their food habit got changed. Their the place where they used to live, that is also got changed. Okay, so the maggot flies which are living in apple, or which are living on apple, they are not going to interbreed with those maggot flies which are living on hawthorns. So in this way, the original population has separated into a two population, but still they are living in a same geographic range, only their food habit got changed, and due to that there is a formation of a new kind of species, and this is a very good example of sympatric speciation. So you have seen that the main factor which is acting behind this example is the reproductive isolation, because the flies which are now living on apple tree, they are not capable to interbreed with the hawthorns because the difference between both of them is very high. So obviously the flies which are living on apple tree, they will prefer to interbreed with one another, as well as the flies which are living on hawthorns, they will also try to, or they will also prefer to interbreed with one another. Okay, so the flies of apple tree and flies of hawthorns tree, they are not going to interbreed with one another, because like you can see that the difference are high, because some are feeding on hawthorns and some are feeding on apple. So that is why the difference is so high, and that is why they will not like to interbreed with one another. Okay, so that is why the reproductive isolation is going to play a very important role, or like specifically we can say that the reproductive barrier is going to play a very important role in sympatric speciation. So in this way, in case of a sympatric speciation, first the reproductive barrier is going to act, and as a consequences of that we are going to see the speciation, mainly the sympatric speciation. So the example of sympatric speciation in case of a plant is the polyploidy condition in plant. And if we talk about the animal, so the sexual selection in animals, that it is a very good example of sympatric speciation. So this is a summary of all four type of speciation. First is the allopatric, in which the geographical isolation is going to work as a factor in case of this kind of speciation, and the population which we are going to get in the form of isolated population, it is going to have a very large size. If we talk about the peripatric speciation, so again the geographical isolation is going to play a very important role in this kind of speciation, but obviously the population or the isolated population will be of a very smaller in size as compared to the allopatric speciation. In case of a parapatric speciation, obviously the factor and the reason may be different, but the newly found species or isolated population is going to shift just beside the original population, and this is like there is a chance that might be they are in contact with each other for a small period of time, and in this way after some time they will be regarded as a different species. Okay, so the geographical isolation is not going to work with parapatric speciation. If we talk about the sympatric speciation, so obviously there are many factors which is going to act behind the sympatric speciation, but the main factor is the reproductive barrier. So in this way the newly found species, they are going to have a different kind of a food habit, they may have a different kind of habitat, as well as the it will not be a habitat, they may have a different kind of character. Okay, and that character will lead to the speciation among them, but the main factor is the newly found species, still they are going to live with the original population in the same geographic range. Okay, that means the habitat and the geographic range or the area will be same. So just like the parapatric speciation, the sympatric speciation is also going to have the lack of geographical barrier or the physical barrier. Okay, so in parapatric and sympatric there is no presence of a physical or geographical barrier. The physical and geographical barrier is only present in allopatric and peripatric speciation. So with this we have completed all four type of speciation, as well as we have seen that what is speciation and what are the different types. Okay, so I'm expecting that these series, that is the four type of speciation, was helpful for you. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe this channel for getting more different videos on different life science topic. So thank you so much for watching this video. For the Hindi version of the same video, you can visit my second channel, that is the CSIR-NET Pathshala in Hindi. On that channel, I mainly used to upload all the different videos in Hindi language.